Okay, are we doing three questions or just one? Just one?
Yeah, one at a time. We have a second round. We have three subjects today
Okay.
to discuss, and we are focusing on that. Is our Americans of Korean ancestry essential ethnic group or not
Yeah.
for America, the prosperity?
I think the answer is yes.
As of today.
As of today. Americans of Korean ancestry, essential ethnic groups for American prosperity, yes. But I would like to come up with a little different, I don't want to be a spoiler, but different perspective on this because, global perspective or in terms of representation, being a pastor, I may represent Bible and God. So representing from Genesis to Revelation. So I was very touched when you're concerned about retention of American soldiers. That's a really different concern than average American people. And then also Sonny Park has a concern about ownership. It's a big keyword for this venue, which I think is really wonderful that people really don't talk about ownership because you're so busy with your life and you have a lot of things to talk about. But I would like to narrow down the scope of our discussion, which I like to do sometimes, so we can be very productive. And then we can also take a Jewish track. I thought about, Ben Zakkai, who studied Mishnah. It was just, and also I really wonder, why do we have to follow paradigm? We can create paradigm, and I think this is a very exciting time because we have K-pop, K-music, K-drama, K-everything. And also during Ukraine-Russian, this war, the value of value of being Korean just skyrocketed, and then we are the number one right now, defense industry right now. We are exporting, Korea, they don't have, I don't think they have enough resources to, export all these, weapons that they got the order from, like places like Poland. So where I'm coming from is very different than maybe Sonny Park, because maybe our ancestors, who knows, our ancestors were here. Indigenous American Indians, yeah, maybe they were part of us. So what I'm coming from is very different. In sort of ownership, okay, we could talk about ownership of this land before the pilgrims came. I don't know how many Koreans would agree with this kind of position. And I think the scope is much broader than just being American. And this can be more of an academic topic. But I think it's very interesting to note that there's a lot of things that we do, Korean people do. I remember I had a chance to participate in a philosophy conference, and I had a chance to talk to a PhD candidate from Germany. And I told them, the problem with Germany is everything is working so well. That's the big problem. But Koreans, sometimes we are very indecisive and we are very subtle. We have a lot of expressions in our language. Even if you want to say something is yellow, we have so many different expressions. I think we are talking about sophistication. The problem of German engineering is they are working so well and very predictable. I was talking to my German teacher, my PTA, my school, my kids' school, and she said, everything in German is so predictable. So I think being Korean sometimes is very indecisive and talking about subtlety. I think that is why we are so precise. We have LG and Samsung. We are good at engineering because our position, our visual intelligence is very, very different sometimes in other parts of the world. So I think that maybe I feel like I'm talking about something wrong topic. This is about Americans of Korean ancestry, essential ethnic group for American prosperity. Yes, but I think we can do very differently. I think we should do very differently, even than other ethnic minority groups that we have, because we cannot detach ourselves, being Korean Americans, from what's going on in the whole world and in Korea. So if we only follow a certain ethnic group and we have to do certain things, we make a lot of money, we become influential, and then we do community investment, reinvestment, and all this. We've done this before. But I think our forte is not only just giving, of course. But these days, we have a lot of interesting data, what Korea has done. Some African countries, they want to put our Korean logo in their flag because we've done so much great work. I think that's a good model. Don't you think this is a great model for our, this is, again, I really appreciate Sonny Park doing this because not too many people are interested in this kind of topic. And they count how many people are here. But your passion counts. And leadership usually is risen out of a crisis, something to problem solve. You have a good problem solving issue here, ownership. And I think where I'm coming from is much bigger scale. Even the word Joseon, if you look at the meaning of Joseon, has to do with sunshine. Even the word Canada, not with C, is K. K. If you look at the Sanskrit and the linguistic roots, I was very fascinated by a scholar who was associating Korean meaning of Joseon, which covers half of the world. So we are talking about American ancestry and ownership. Maybe this happened already many, many years ago, and we are just trying to discover because we have more data. We have a lot of tools right now. So this is, again, very different kind of position I have because by the grace of God, God blessed countries like Korea, Israel, and America, which I think three very important countries. And I pay attention, I celebrate even Jewish season, upcoming Sukkot and Rosh Hashanah and all this. And I look closely. Actually, I was the only one who was invited at the Chelsea, I think 50th celebration of the city of Jerusalem. Were you there?
I was not.
Yeah, I was the only Asian. Not only Asian, but just only Korean, only Asian invited there. So I don't know how they found me. But anyway, I keep close to Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Yes, still Shabbat. Okay, so I think we need to have more innovative understanding of being a leader. I think we are in a good position to create paradigm. And we have Squid Game, for instance. Netflix, and then other, media content, which people were not ready during pandemic watching Squid Game. We are not ready for this kind of thing, right? Okay, that's Koreanness. We can surprise a lot of people. Okay, I think our position should be very different and very innovative and very creative. To become an influence, an ancestry, essential ethnic group, yes, we can do it. But yeah, we can do it. And I don't want to take too much time for this, but yeah.